It's Jay Zhang, he's amazing. It's Jay Zhang, he's amazing. It's Jay Zhang, he's amazing. Time to get a little against the grain, with common sense included.
What's up, guys? Jay Zhang here with you with Against the Grain and Zhang Nation. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving, had a good holiday. Hopefully some of y'all have a couple days off, not just one. That way you can recoup, let all that tryptophan in your system wear out, relax, get one more day, and then a weekend, and then get back to it Monday. Me, well, I go back in Saturday. So Saturday night, so be on the third shift Saturday and Sunday. And then starting a new position on Monday. The new position I'll be in is in an office, and I will be moderating content for several sites, particularly TikTok, and I believe Likey and Funimate also, through a company out of north of Cincinnati. So that's exciting. New position, more money, less time on my hands though. So I wanted to put some more content up before things got crazy next week. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get right into the gaming here. And this game is called Basketball Slam. It is a free NBA Jam game
versus Magnolia Halfshot.
Philippines. These two teams that are playing are definitely actual PBA teams. And here we go. I'm getting the feel for the controls and everything.
What a block!
I got my ass stuffed. Bow.
Punches it through.
Oh, there's some beast dunks on here. Beast.
Counted. Taking off. Critical hit. One-way ticket. It's more fun in the Philippines. I can feel it. Good.
Nice looking layup.
Layup. Yes. Come in. Just the way I like it. He launched it. No good. Controlling the board. He shoots. Misses. Rebound.
Pomodoroska. You hear that? That's a Tagalog Filipino word that pretty much means
basic to basic. Awesome. Pass it to Sidney. Showtime, baby. Getting ready to launch. Smashes it in. Here we go. This is PBA Slam.
Watch this.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
That's the electrified mode whenever your basketball and you are lit up
Like a rocket ship.
Yeah. Just like NBA Jam, actually.
Banzai. Uno, dos, that's my boy. Hops up. Alley-oop. It's dunk time.
It's dunk time.
Thread to the middle. No three. Rebound. Slams the ball like it was nothing. For two. Misses. Rebound.
Well, that didn't work out.
And this is the end of the quarter.
No substitutions needed. These guys are pretty good. Keep them in.
We are now in the second quarter. Layup. Awesome.
Tried to block that crap. Did you see me? My defense will get better again as this game goes on. As I get it stolen from me.
Boom! Goes the dynamite.
Yeah.
For a long one. What a shot!
Splash.
Basic to basic. Counted. Fast critical hit. He shoots. No rebound.
And forgive me, anybody who's listening to this on the podcast and not watching it on YouTube, that I'm gaming. You can't see the game. So if you're listening to the podcast, I guess you should check the game out too, because the game's pretty cool. Speaking of basketball, since I'm playing basketball, let's recap the last few days in sports. Let's go to Maui. The Bearcats were annihilated by Ohio State, 81-53. And I was so pissed because, like I said in my last broadcast, I really wanted them to win. It's something that I've been wanting for 40 years of my life. And we hang in there really good against Arizona, but then we get stomped by Ohio State, who wasn't even ranked going into it. It was stupid. And it was mainly in the second half because, I mean, the first half wasn't that bad. Like, what? Ridiculous. Thankfully, we didn't overly embarrass ourselves, and the 7th place game, we won. Albeit it was a Louisville team that was 0-5 going into it. It's still Louisville. It's still an old rival. They still play decent basketball. Louisville just didn't play decent basketball in the second half. Going into the half, with 2 seconds left, Louisville they took a 2-point lead, 30-28. Then, as the buzzer went off, David DeJulius nails a three from beyond the half court to take a 1-point lead, 31-30, into halftime. And then once the second half started, it was all UC from there. We got stops, we got open shots, we got open court, we got defense, like everything. Dunks, threes, you name it. We had our way with them. So 81-62 was the final. We finally won one in Maui. We needed it really bad. November 30th, Cincinnati plays NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology. And Ohio State ended up beating Texas Tech for the 5th place game. Got a nice little 80-73 win. I really like Justice Suing, Zed Key, Likely. I like all of them. Thornton. Pretty good team. They might have beat us, but they also had a lot of class. They made it really hard for me to dislike them. They really did. Very hard to dislike an Ohio State team with that much class and respect. They are going to end up playing North Carolina soon, I believe. Yikes. Number 1 North Carolina? Damn. Oh, and props to the Houston Cougars, who, of course, they're in the American Conference, and they're going to beat us later on this season. But anyway, they rose up to number 2 in the rankings, in the top 25, and they are projected right now as a number 1 overall seed in March. They are also the number 1 BPI and RPI team. So hats off to Houston. Kelvin Sampson, you're really getting it done. Marcus Sasser was the player of the week in the AAC, and they're really getting it done. They beat Oregon on the road just last night. West Virginia, Bob Huggins getting ready to take on Purdue. That ought to be a good one. I'll be watching that here soon. Purdue's not too bad a team, 3-0 right now. West Virginia's 4-0. Of course, we're playing at the Coliseum in Morgantown, and that should give us somewhat of an advantage. But back to some basketballing real quick. got me a lead.
Goes for a ferocious slam.
Nice dump there.
Basics to basics.
Told you my defense would get better.
No controlling the rebound.
Told you my defense would get better as we went
He
on.
shoots. 2 points. For 2. Misses. Controlling the board. Basics to basics. Rebound. And this is the end of the quarter.
One more to go. I'm going to keep the same players. Forma de Rasca. Remember that Filipino word. You learn something new if you
We are
know
now
that
on the
before.
final quarter, mga kaibigan.
Defense. I did not.
Rebound. Here we go. Venga. Goes the dynamite.
That was kind of hard to defend. He was electrified and everything.
He launched it. No rebound.
Oh, bullcrap. You see my 10-point lead and how they're catching up at the very end. You're not going to win. They just cut it to within 2. I hit a 10-point lead. This is not happening. I'm not losing at the end. I don't think so. No, sir.
Uno. Here's in the zone.
Time to play some real defense. Time to play like Bob Huggins' Mountaineers.
What a block.
Yeah.
Taking off. Critical hit. Banzai. Goes for a ferocious slam.
Looking good. If you're listening to this on the
Pass it
radio,
up.
you should watch the game. It's fun. Get that crap out.
From the window. Getting ready to
Get
launch.
it out.
Shot clock violation. Tumefake. Matindi depensa ng kabila.
Playing a little bit of stall ball. I didn't mean for the shot clock to expire.
Ups. Stolen.
You bitch.
For 3. You shall not pass. Dipsy bingo. Layup. Misses. Rebound.
That defense is what's up. Stall ball. 20 seconds to go. Get that crap out of here.
It's more fun in the Philippines. For a long one, chicken.
Nice 3-pointer. That was good.
Basics to basics.
All right, this one's over. I won this one.
From way downtown. Rebound. Rain or shine, Elasto Painters wins.
That's a real team, too. Download it if you don't have it already. It's a fun game. Excellent gameplay. That was a good game. So just a quick piece of politicking. Russia has recently passed in their country a bill banning any LGBTQ plus minus exponents PEMDAS propaganda. You cannot disseminate any of that LGBTQ stuff if you are in Russia. And a weird underwriting of that law said that for anyone over 17, which begs the question, is it all good if you're under 17 to disseminate lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender propaganda? Is it okay? Like, what was the 17 minimum for the age? Kind of weird. CNBC, which I know I shouldn't delve into CNBC, but they did have some accurate stuff when they were talking about war tortures that are going on. There were 159 accounts made of different war crimes that they were investigating. One of them involved just senseless torture where they tied a dude's dick up. They tied him up to a rope to his dick and drug him around. Just drug him around the detention center. That's how messed up these dudes are over there. One was putting cigarette burns into someone's genitals. And then one was making food, making spaghetti and putting sand and rocks in it and serving it. So that's some messed up stuff, man. That is some messed up stuff. It's messed up stuff. There's going to be a game come on soon that I mentioned a moment ago, and that was West Virginia and Purdue. And I'm, of course, going for Bob Huggins. So I'm going to be watching that soon. I will, if you're watching the vlog and not the podcast, I am going to throw a few photos on of today, the food and everything like that. So, again, hopefully everybody had a turkey day that was happy, restful, and enjoyable and fun-filled. I will talk to y'all soon. Download that Basketball Slam if you haven't yet and play it. It's got great gameplay. It's like NBA Jam, except it doesn't cost $4.99. So save yourself a few bucks, download that, and go kick some ass there.